Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ and welcome to DayZ Stalker. In this video we're actually playing a proper Stalker DayZ server. This one is called Stalker Silence of Pripyat PvE Plus. So if you look in the bottom left hand corner of the screen you can see that. So if you look up in the server browser Silence of Pripyat, you should be able to see it, and you get the mod list as well. And so far it's been pretty cool. So when you spawn in this area and you have a chat to this guy, and then what you'll want to do is you need to have your phone with you and you want to have Google Translate on it so that you can use the camera so that when the Russian comes up you can find out what you've got to do. But basically what this guy says is you need to get to the first checkpoint. So then we go down here. It looks very good. And so if you're familiar with the Stalker games, what we're actually doing here is we are beyond the southern military checkpoint. And so we're south of that, almost outside of the exclusion zone really, or right on the edge of the exclusion zone. And we're moving towards it. And when we spawn in, we have a gun, we have a couple of pieces of bread, we have a drink, a stone knife. So we've got some basics and we have an energy drink as well. So we've got a few things to keep us going. Things to watch out for are the fact that although loot does spawn around the world, I won't bother trying to get in there. They also are kind of these loot boxes that spawn. That when you go into them, when you interact with them, they have lots of loot inside. So this is a bit similar to what you actually get in the Stalker world. You know, instead of having DayZ like loot, where loot is just kind of hanging around on the floor, this stuff is actually in a box. I guess it's maybe easier to do that. Also, you get lots of infected, well, like Stalker infected, like those guys down there. They can be quite dangerous. What it does seem to be, though, is quite well balanced in terms of it's not particularly challenging in terms of that they don't kill you straight away. They tend to knock you out. We will have a look around just in case we find something, because when I first did this it was night time and I couldn't really see around. I'm not sure if anything will be here. I wouldn't be surprised if they put some loot boxes in these buildings. No. Got a gun out. No crosshair. It's third person. It's PvE this, you see, so no, I already checked those barracks over there and there wasn't anything over there, but I tell you what, we will have a look around here just to see if I can get an example of one of these loot boxes. I wouldn't mind being able to sneak past these chaps. Oh, he doesn't look very well, does he? Don't know if we can get in there. No. See if we can creep around them. Yeah, so in this series of videos, you might have seen a few of them already. I've been kind of investigating and looking at playing Stalker themed mods and maps in DayZ, just to get some ideas of bringing the two gameplay experiences together. So I think I really like the Stalker games, the atmosphere, you know, the tasks, the busy work of going around and looking for objects and artifacts and anomalies and then selling them. and that's very similar to DayZ. You know, in DayZ it's great just surviving and just kind of doing things. However, I think because they're both sort of Eastern European games, and there's definitely a common DNA between them, there's an awful lot of crossover. And obviously the DayZ engine is much newer than the OG Stalker games engine anyway, so it looks cool. And also the DayZ engine is a true kind of open world engine where you have these massive single maps, which you don't have in Stalker, although they're bigger areas. And they just go so well together, these two games. Yeah, nothing there. I think this is really just like an introduction area, really. This. So that, yeah, that's the zone there. So that'll be the nuclear power plant at the top, and we'll be down here in the south somewhere. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to go and say hello to this guy in here. See, this is the sort of box you often get stuff inside. Right, so what do we get for doing that? Let me get my phone out so I can read this. Okay, so that says, in general, you're a glade. Go first and get to know the village of fools, the same as you. Sidovich, he's the trader actually, is in charge there, but usually the headman is always hanging around with them. So you go to them, they'll fill you in on the situation, what's going on here, then cover and pay your wolf a ticket. Reach the village, find Sidovich, and then we will get a Makarov pistol, one piece from the store, a pack of cartridges, and a disease test, whatever that is. Okay. Available across zone pass tickets. Okay, so let's accept that quest. Okay. Still need to be quite careful here. Don't think there'll be any loot. Let's just go and have a look. Yeah. Right, and I think this is the equivalent of the military outpost. So when you play the first Stalker, well, most of the Stalker games, if you're at the village of Cordon and you look south, this is like the military kind of outpost that guards the southern end of the exclusion zone. Right, so we've got to be careful because the infected are a bit of a threat. They seem to just kind of knock you out and not do much damage and ruin your clothes, but let's see if we can reach Cordon. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking about the ideas of how could you make a nice Stalker experience on Chernarus, for example, and bring in, you know, the interesting bits of Stalker, which for me are things like the questing, NPCs, anomalies, artifacts, that's that side of things, which I think we can probably do with the various mods that are available, and do it in quite a light way as well. You know, not with these huge, massive gigabytes and gigabytes of mods that you need. So there's a chap here. So normally this guy is this is often Wolf. Available quests. So let's see what his quests are. So this guy says, if you get bored, come to me. We have a lot to do in our village. We always need some kind of help or support. Complete my first one. You can do the following ones every day. Your help on Cordo will not hurt. Bring deer meat, bring pig meat, break a long stick into small pieces, blow the fire. Rewards steak knife. Okay. Well, we can break a stick into pieces, can't we? We could blow the... What fire are they talking about? This one, are they? Let's go and get a stick. Let's put this away. We just got... Oh, because we haven't got any gloves on, have we? Oh, that's not good, because we haven't got any bandages. Oh dear, this could be very bad. So we can put that in the fire, can't we? Now with a bit of luck we're going to stop bleeding. Right, what does that say again? Break the long stick into small pieces, which I did do, blow the fire. I think probably they mean light the fire actually. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go and see Sidovich first. Could really do with finding something that we could use as a bandage. Right, here we go. A slightly different place than. In fact, I don't really want to take off. I have to take off my top. What? Ah, right. What does that say? Quest completed. Ah, quest completed. Right. So I got my armband. That just appeared on my character there, didn't it? That armband. But I tell you what, can I? Okay, we can't take it off. Hideout object, 0 of 150. Okay. So I've got this storage that I can use. Interesting. Okay. Right, and we just completed something else, didn't we, as well? Did that come into our... Trade. I could really do with some bandages, but I don't know what any of this means. Right, let's get the phone out again. So, ammo, stores, accessories, medicine. Right, so medicine is that one. And we need we need bandages, don't we? Have I got any money? I haven't got any money at all, I don't think. Sorry, you can't buy this item. Oh no. Okay. I haven't got... Right, I've got 0 money. That's why. Okay. See, we should stop bleeding. Oh, there's some rope there around. So okay, so it's like extra storage that we get. That's interesting. Okay, so let's talk to this guy. So, available quests in progress. Completed. So we've completed that one. So by completing that quest, we got the PDA 1-piece battery for PDA 1-piece. Oh, did we get a PDA, did we? can't see it. Alright, do we click it?
Сталкеры, внимание! Выброс начнется с минуты на минуту. Ищите глубокую нору, если жить охота.
We're going to bleed to death if we're not careful. So, complete quest is that. So how do we take it then? Maybe we press enter. Double click it. Click that. I did get it last time, and it popped up as an extra bit that I had. I wonder if we go outside. Yes, okay, so we just completed something, didn't we? So we just completed some stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Our armband's gone. Our armband's back. Our armband's gone.
Сталкеры, внимание! Идет
Radioactive storm, find shelter.
Советую всем срочно подыскать укрытие.
Okay, if we stop bleeding, at least that's a good idea. Staying covered in the storm. Okay.
Хабар принес.
Let's have a chat with this guy. Okay, so when we're near the hideout, this is where we have access to this extra storage. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Let's have a drink while we're down here. Available quests, nothing. So that one's gone green. So what does that one say? Target. Reach the village, find Sidorovich. Okay, so we did that. And we should get a Makarov, store, pack of cartridges, disease test, and an army bandage. Right, so we got that, didn't we? We got the bandage. Not sure about the disease test. Don't know what that is. Okay, so if we go down to these, this one says PM cartridges. The newbies always lack ammunition and we don't have enough food, so if you find something, bring it and then we'll get it. So we've got to bring 2 lots of canned food and that will give us a pack of cartridges. Okay, that's fair enough. And then let's have a look down here. So that says first aid screw, first aid bandage. So I tell you what, we should accept these. Oh, finish. Oh, there we go, finish. Ah, right, okay. So we completed ones, we have to accept them as finished. Right, okay, so that starts to make sense. So does that now mean... Oh, yeah, so then we got the Makarov. Oh, look, an army bandage, right, has gone into our storage. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So the question is then... Okay, so we don't... So we can just press P and we can bring this up. Completed quests. So this is the PDA. So how do we get the PDA? Because I did have it before. So a quick look. What does it say in Russian at the top? Hello, Stalker. First go to the Black Sun checkpoint. Take you further to the corner, and from there you will be on your own. So what we have to do is reach the checkpoint, battery, PDA, and a battery for it. So we've definitely done that. I'm wondering whether we were meant to complete this. So we can cancel these ones. I wonder if we were meant to get it back at that place. Oh, there's a bankman. Wow, so we can put we can put our money in there. Okay. Sounds a little bit vicious out there, doesn't it? Should we have a quick look? Oh. Oh, okay. So we shouldn't have done that. If you want to continue the game further, wait for the storm to end and respawn. You will receive a message for about the end of the storm. Expect something. So if we respawn random. Oh, I expect we're going to die straight away because we're going to be outside when we respawn, aren't we? So we've learned a few things though. So we know that when we do a quest, we need to make sure that we finish the quest, so then we get the stuff. We know that when we get to the village in Cordon, and we completed that, we get that armband, which in effect is giving us some storage at that particular location. Yeah, we're going to die now, aren't we? Because we're outside in the middle of a storm. Urgently find shelter. We're dead. Okay. So we need to wait for that to finish. Yes. So we know some real basics. So I feel happy that we'll call this a day now, but it's whet my appetite. It really was whet my appetite. Okay. So it's a little bit of a pain having to use Google Translate on the instructions, but it also kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit more immersive, isn't it? But there we go. What do you think? You going to give it a go? Are there any other? I suppose I should see if there's any English-speaking Stalker servers that we can go on as well, just to get a better idea. But I love the idea of Stalker and DayZ coming together. It's something very special indeed. Anyway, that's enough of me. Look out for part 2 coming soon, and I'll see you again soon.